Oh God, I'm going to say this is going to rub people
Right,
up the wrong way. Oh my gosh.
don't kill us, because everyone's going to be so angry. Do you want to say
Yeah,
it?
I do. Right.
Brian deserves a punch in the nose because I feel like he's so annoying.
It's so different because I'm so positive. I'm like, my son is perfect.
And I'm like, I just don't want to be lulled into a false sense of security. Welcome back to Daddies Overnight, the podcast where we have literally become daddies overnight through adoption.
And it doesn't matter if you're a new parent, future parent, or just someone that needs a laugh about life. We're really good company.
We really are. So join us for the chaos, the cuddles, and everything in between.
As we fully embrace, quite literally, having no idea what we're doing.
But we're learning that's okay.
So welcome to the family. Oh God, we just did it in one.
Guys, we just did the intro in one, and you know how much every week we're like, have we done it right?
Well, you probably don't because we actually cut it.
High five.
And if you are listening or watching this podcast, then please leave a rating because it really does help us out.
Really, really helps the body out. So thank you so much, everyone that has already.
Subscribe, comment, and give this podcast a rating.
It's the good daddy vibes.
Okay, yeah, it is. It's the new daddy vibe, should I say?
New daddy vibes, guys. I know we said this last week, but we're daddies overnight.
The monitor is down below the camera so we can see our little one, our son, sleeping.
That's so weird.
God,
I can't believe it's actually happened.
Well, I can.
I can't. I can't believe that we're in this position now where we're filming the podcast and he's upstairs. So we just wanted to start by saying a massive, massive thank you for all of the love. Why are you laughing?
Sorry, I feel like I feel a little bit awkward.
Why do you feel awkward?
I don't know. Yeah, so carry on.
We're basically just really...
This is Matthew being really modest.
I'm just really overwhelmed because obviously we've just shared last week that he's home.
Yeah, with all of you guys.
And I really thought that, it would... We were nervous basically because the night before we shared the video of him coming home,
we generally had we had the biggest bust. People always ask us, we argue. Oh my God, guys.
We never argue, but this was like
we slept on the sofa.
Both of us slept on the sofa. We felt we were just so anxious because I feel like we were just worried that we weren't going to do things, where you just question everything, and we wanted to make sure because it's such a big moment that we share this the right way and the most tasteful way. And
everyone's got an opinion, so we were up until 2 a.m. like figuring out how we want to do it. Like, are we gonna get are we gonna get hate? Or if we're gonna make sure we're feeling 100% comfortable, and also because it was just such a big moment,
the biggest moment ever. Because
once it's out there, we could never take it back. So I think we were just anxious. I think, and also overwhelming. I think we found it overwhelming. The whole this is the moment because it's been such a journey, and then to share with you guys our son was just
insane.
It's really, and I can't believe how many people have seen it.
It was really amazing, but scary a little bit because we were like, oh my goodness. But we were just overwhelmed with love from it. That was the thing. And I feel like because...
I think when something gets pushed out that much, you obviously get the trolls and the negative Nellies out there.
But the love overrode it all.
Wow, we got so much love. Just if you're one of those people...
that sent us so much love, thank you so much because, I don't know, it just... gave us a spring in our step because I feel like when you share a journey like this and you take people on this journey, it's really hard because going through the journey offline's enough anyway, but when you're sharing it online, I feel like it's a lot, isn't it?
And I think one of the comments that we got, and I'm so glad someone commented it, and it was more about we're figuring this out as well. I think people forget, I think as we've been sharing our adoption journey, people forget that we're it sounds so stupid, we're human. We're human people.
We're just two people trying to be dads.
And we're trying to figure this out, do such a high intense, so high intense, so many emotions, sharing what we can share. There's so many loopholes, so much safety, security.
And things that we always need to be mindful on everything that we post.
Yeah, and we never wanted to make a mistake and share something because we know once we share something on the internet, you can never get it back. So I think whatever we have chose to share, we've really sat with
For ages
to make sure we really wanted to share it.
But I'm so proud of us. I feel like we did such a good job.
I'm so happy, and I'm so happy just to share our loving boy with everyone in a way that makes us feel really comfortable.
Yeah, we were
happy.
just so comfortable, and we cried so many times editing the video and putting it together. And by the likes of the comments, a lot of you cried too.
It was so nice.
I do have to have one quick apology over this whole thing. I feel like because last week was such an emotional week, I'm just so sorry for the amount of crying that we have done.
I'm not. I will make a promise right now.
You will not cry. I guarantee you cry.
I will not cry on this episode. There's a few things I want to say though. Like when I was writing down my notes, because we have different notes, I was like, oh, crikey, that's definitely gonna like
make you want to cry,
touch a little bit of a spot.
Oh, it's just so tough.
It's so tough.
But I just also wanted to also say the biggest thing of last week.
What's that?
Obviously, sharing our son is home was the biggest.
Yes.
But Hannah from Below Deck now follows us.
I actually secretly filmed Matthew on this.
This is so funny.
Matthew, so if anyone doesn't know, Bravo, Below Deck, it's kind of like...
It's a show...
Reality?
Yeah, it's a reality show where they basically follow charter yacht crew and guests on these boats around the Mediterranean, rich people. And I've always loved this show so much. And I was going through our comments after we posted
watching it in lockdown, didn't we?
Yeah, it was like a lot. And I've genuinely, even like our hen do was a bit Below Deck vibes.
Oh yeah, well, we went on a boat.
Like all because of like the show, and we just love it so much. And then I was scrolling through it and I just saw Hannah Ferrier, who's like one of the icons.
She's an icon.
She is just such an icon. And I just saw it and I was like, Ryan, and I just ran downstairs and
I
was
like... No, because I filmed it. You were down... I think you did run downstairs and you're like, guy... No, I think you were like, we've just peaked. You just made something stupid. You're like, we've peaked. And then you said, and I was like, what? And you're like, you're never going to guess who's just commented on our reel. And I was like, oh, and in my head, I was like, oh my God, who?
You were like, is it like Paris Hilton or like
Lady Gaga?
And I was like, Hannah Ferrier, because she to me is just so, oh my God, I love her so much. And then I feel like you were buzzing, but you were just laughing at me.
No, because it's more, I think it's really you, isn't it? It's
really me.
I watch it because of you, but you're like obsessed.
I'm just so obsessed. Oh God, so yeah, that was such a highlight.
So anyway, thank you for all the love. We obviously took some time to bond as a family and with our son in private. I think because it was such a huge milestone.
In our lives.
We wanted to take time for us. And take time to be really present with our son.
No external distractions.
Yeah, and no external like voices trying to like change anything, even if they like mean well, mean not so well. But also share the news of our family and just really soak up and bond with our son,
who is literally amazing. But we're now just excited to be able to share things and
everything that we filmed and everything we're sharing, we filmed in real time, but we're sharing now because we want to share our happiness with you guys.
And he really is our happiness. He's just the cutest, most amazing, happy little boy.
He's so happy, and he has the most I don't know if you've seen online, but he has the most insane curly hair. That we just celebrated my 31st birthday,
and I'm already in the bad dad books.
I'm not 41.
I basically put up a post on Facebook telling everyone that Ryan was 41, and
you believed it.
Everyone believed it,
but I'm not. And obviously my Botox is not Botoxing. I'm actually 31, just a disclaimer. But we went out for a really, really nice, it was like really bougie lunch, wasn't it?
It was a really nice lunch, and it was basically by the beach, which isn't too far from us. And basically what happened was one of our first parenting almost nightmares, because we had taken him for a walk on the beach, and we would
before we would the sea air, we were like tiring him out, chill him out.
And then when we sit down, we've got pancakes, Baby Bells, chicken, crisps. We've got so much because we were like, while we're eating, he is so good when he's eating.
He's like a food, like, you know, when you distract kids with toys, he's like, he'll be distracted with
food.
Like, so, and then we all made our order, and the waitress only said it to us on our table. She just said, you do know it's a 35-minute wait for the food to come out
because
it's
made fresh.
And she must have seen like an eye twitch.
We were like, 35 minutes?
No, no problem. And by this point, the teddy bear crisps
I've half gone. And I was looking at Ryan and I was like, we haven't got 35 minutes.
We're running low on food supplies. I don't know what I would do. I think I was meant to be ready to pick him up and just bounce him around.
It's scary though, because I feel like, when you go out and you're in such a public setting, we've got every right to be there with him.
But I think it's because it wasn't necessarily family friendly. It was more like very like romantic.
Yeah, that's the vibe of it.
It was not very like kid orientated,
but he was amazing, and I feel like this is like one thing that we really need to get over, especially when we eventually go flying with him.
It's more like being paralyzed to do things, and we always said when our son came over, they never wanted to stop doing life,
and we haven't, and we won't. But it is so scary. I cannot express. As soon as this girl said 35 minutes. I went cold. Yeah, I literally, my whole skin went cold, and I was like, we haven't got 35 minutes, because then when the food comes, it's another 20 minutes for us to eat it. And I was like, he will not sit in this chair for an hour, but he did.
We did get him, to be fair, we did buy him some fish finger goujons. They were fish finger goujons.
They were so posh.
They were like fish fingers on like steroids. They were so like Goujony.
But shall we take it back to the initial few days?
Yes.
Because basically...
It's so weird talking about this.
Because was the most amazing time. And I remember on our last episode, we had very literally brought him home, but we went through transition week, and it was so emotional. And
it's interesting editing that footage back, because even when we were editing it back, like I remember,
Oh God, no, don't start crying.
It's because I'm looking at you and I think it's because I've never seen you. Like I look back and we were like shells of humans.
Yeah.
We were like, you couldn't see under the concealer, but we had like purple eyes.
I feel like we were in survival mode, and it's so awful because it was nothing to do with him.
And we said that you couldn't fly away and leave.
Yeah, it's like a fight or flight moment, but we couldn't fly, so we just had to like fight through I guess it was like the heartbreak and the pain that we spoke about last week of leaving the foster carer, and we found it so much more emotional than what we thought.
And it's been really nice to share that with you guys, and it's so nice to know that foster carers are like watching this and listening to this and get like almost like not a shout out, but the what do you call it? The recognition you deserve, because you obviously do care for these kids so much, and you love these kids.
And foster carers do the most amazing job, and I feel like they go so unnoticed.
And I think when we say job, we don't necessarily mean like job. I know a lot that hurt a few people, and it was never like bad intentions.
Because it just was not meant like that at all. But I feel like anyone that knows us and we spoke to our foster carer about it. She knew exactly where we were coming from. I think it's just the way that we had like worded it, I guess, wasn't the best way.
Editing that footage back, oh my God, it was it's just trauma.
Yeah, I feel like we got weird trauma from it, which was crazy. But when we brought him home, it was the most surreal, exciting, breathtaking experience. But I feel like, do you not feel we just were in such shell mode?
You know what we were? I've actually noted this down. I've literally put fake it to make it,
because I feel like we were.
Yeah, honestly, the first like period with our son, the initial few days, was just faking it, and it wasn't like we didn't care for him. I think that's what I'm trying to say it in a way that doesn't make me come across heartless, but you're just faking. I didn't have that initial, I'm a parent, I didn't have butterflies, I didn't like have all these like parental instincts that I thought I would have for such, and then I spiraled thinking, maybe I'm not cut out to be a parent. And then I saw you and I thought you were doing it really easily. And I thought you were like smashing it. And I thought I would breeze through it.
But
and
you
I really
did
struggled.
so well. Like, you're such a good dad.
I generally hated those few days.
But I feel like it's normal. And I feel like the more we talk about it, the more other people are saying how normal it is, especially people, even if you give birth naturally and you have your child that way or through surrogacy, people always have that lull. Yeah. And I remember in our adoption...
What is it? Postnatal depression?
Yeah,
is that what you call
they
it?
call it, in our adoption, they call it post-adoption depression.
But I feel like it's as similar as postnatal depression.
And I remember when we were sat in training, we got warned that we would have this feeling where you bring your child home.
Because there's the massive like...
You're on a high and then you get home and you have this almighty low.
Reality hits.
And I remember thinking, God, that's awful. And I remember thinking, God, I feel really bad for anyone that feels like that. And then...
Hello!
All of a sudden we're like, sorry, we've got the biggest low ever.
And I remember in our social... and also... basically, with the initial like few days, and there's a period that starts and there where the social workers come out
and they check you because obviously you've just brought the baby home. They have to come make sure everything's okay or coping okay.
Had our social worker come out, and I think we completely swept it under the carpet, and we're like
everything's fine.
And I do think she knew it wasn't fine because I think like you could see it.
But it's hard because I feel like when you bring your child home, the last thing you want is someone that's not a family or a friend
poking.
And coming in and then only doing their job, and they're so nice about it. And I feel like you just get, oh, it's a bug.
It's a fly.
You just get in this mode of, oh God, quickly come in and leave. Like just tick your box and leave. That's how it feels at the time, isn't it?
And you're also worried that like if you say anything like negative, then they will take him from you.
And it's so stupid, but you're so on edge.
Yeah.
Keeping this child alive that you're like, if you do anything wrong or say anything wrong, and you don't want something to go against you being able to apply for adoption orders later, and just halting just because of the way you're feeling. And I remember that our social worker had left and we were feeling just really a bit low about it. There is this fly.
There's a fly. There's a little gnat, and I think I've just, oh no, I haven't. I think I just
You've
got
definitely
it.
just
No,
got
I didn't.
But then our son's social worker came to visit, and
I think we have I think we've been open a lot more with her because I think we spoke to our son's social worker a lot more because she's the one dealing with our son, I suppose. So I think we have a lot more conversations.
A bit more of a bond there.
But she came out, and
we were just honest.
We were really honest, and she asked us like, "Oh, how are you guys?" And I don't think we broke down.
I think we just said...
I got my nose tingling.
Don't you start crying. We just said to her, we're going to be really honest and we feel a bit empty, and it's nothing to do with him or when we're with him. I grieved our old lives. Yeah, I feel like it was just going from 0 to 100, and I feel like we were carrying the weight of the week before of bringing him home, and because that was just so traumatic for us because we just were not expecting to be so emotional about taking him from the foster carer. And I feel like bringing him home, that everyone around us is, and I know we've said this before, is so excited and they're so buzzing.
No one got it.
No one got it.
No one, everyone cared so deeply, but no one understood what we were coming. I remember talking to our son's social worker at the time, and I remember sat on his, like, we've got those little square mats on the floor for him with all his toys, and I remember just saying, I feel like I'm grieving my old life, and I never thought I would grieve it, but I feel like I've just lost a bit of me, and then I feel like I lost a bit of our relationship, and then I'm like, what have I done? All these feelings, and then obviously you have like remorse, but then you're also so happy,
and then you see him and you're like, oh my God, but this is the best thing ever, but then
it's everything all at once. And it was so nice because rather than like his social worker saying anything, she was just like, I think it's so normal. She was like, it's so normal to feel those feelings. And I think we needed that. We need someone to say it's okay to the way you're feeling is 100% normal and it's okay, because everyone else didn't, when we told any of our friends about how we were feeling, it was kind of just like,
it'll be okay.
It'll be fine. You've got your son. And it's like, I know, but it's those feelings.
And we couldn't just budge past it. And it was so hard. And I think that's one thing that I think our social worker said, or his social worker said to us, was, thank you for being honest, because no one ever is. And I think they were all really shocked how honest we were, because we were like, well, we just need to tell people how we feel.
Yeah. And I think by this point, we knew like they were never going to take him off us. But I think it was just something that we just needed to be honest, see if they had any advice or any tips. And I think the only advice that his social worker gave us was time.
Yeah, and I feel like time is like a healer.
Time really did help. I think from the first few days of faking being his daddy to like where we are now, I think I am his dad. And it's so weird how time really does.
But it didn't take long.
No, it didn't take. But I didn't.
It just didn't take long.
But did you have that like click? Some people will say they have a click, don't they? I mean, who are we talking to? And they drop their kid in the bath.
Oh my God, who told us
Who told us? Someone recently. Oh my God, I know who it was. Oh my God, I can't say.
Who was it?
Oh wait, no, am I lying? Was it?
I think so, yeah.
Someone in our lives
told us that they dropped their child in the bar.
I think it was.
And they were really not bonding as much. And then as soon as they accidentally dropped their child, like obviously by accident, it was like something clicked. And we didn't drop him in the bath, but
I didn't have any dramatic experience like that.
We had an immediate connection with him. This is I think We just had a bit of post-adoption depression.
I think it was. I think it was just a lot.
And normally when one of us feels sad, the other one's fine.
But it didn't. No one could pick us up. And I think that was the thing.
But the thing is, he would never know. We are so good at faking it to making it.
Yeah, we really are. And I just have to say, he was the dream, and he is a dream. Like, oh God, I'm going to say this. It's going to rub people up the wrong way. Oh my God.
Don't kill us, because everyone's going to be so angry. Do you want to say it?
Yeah, I do. Right. So I'm going to just explain our son's routine at the moment. So he...
bearing in mind, we have to do one last... Sorry, the foster care. We've said so much about her. Sally and Jim did an amazing job at this routine. And when your foster carer has a routine and you like it, do not ruin it.
But I'm going to, you know what? I'm also going to pat our own shoulders on the back because
we haven't stuck to the routine all the time. I think.
But I feel like we have really tried to stick to it as much as possible when we can. Like, obviously, if we're out all day, he's not going to nap, or he'll nap in the car because life happens.
But we just wanted him to be really comfortable.
Yeah, but we are definitely type B parents.
Yeah, we're not type A, so we're not getting things ready the night before. We're getting ready 5 minutes late.
Yeah, and if we're out all day, we're out all day. But basically, this is our son's like daily routine. So he wakes up between, I would say, about 7:30 is the earliest, and then normally it's on the 9 a.m. side.
That's right, you've had it 9 a.m.
And then he has his lunch about 12, and then he goes down about 12:30 or 1 p.m. for his nap. Now that, are you ready for this? That nap will get him up about 3:30, 4 p.m.
And genuinely, he is out.
So what's that? It's 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. That's 3.5 hour nap.
He's obsessed. And then he'll go to sleep at around 7 p.m. And then that'll be normally for about 12 hours.
So we're not tired. I know that I know.
But the thing is, we've told our friends that have kids they hate us.
They hate us. I would hate us. And
do you think we would have got him in this routine if we had him from birth?
Him, yeah. He
just loves sleep. And then when you wake him up at like 4ish, he will I'll have him like on my shoulder and I'll be like, oh, because that's like our thing for him to, we say the word and he'll nestle into us. And he will basically just fall back to sleep. And I'm like, no, we need to quickly change his nappy and get you downstairs.
But also he's really good at playing with himself, like playing with his toys or being like content with his own company. Sometimes you might hear him at like 8:20 a.m. and he's chatting to himself. Like he has his comforter, the elephant comforter, is that what we call him?
Yeah.
And he'll like be like playing with that. And then we know he's awake, and then we obviously will go, but we'll like right, we have like 10 minutes and then we'll go in. So he's very good. He doesn't just wake up and demands us. He's really, really good at that. And then I feel like, and also the other good thing about our son, he loves food.
He loves food.
Every piece of food, apart from pasta.
Yeah, he hates pasta. It's so annoying because pasta's like the easiest thing to cook, but he hates it. But apparently that's a normal thing because kids don't like the texture of it.
I think at first we thought it well, I can never say it. Spaghetti. I thought it was spaghetti. Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Oh no, I messed. But he doesn't like that. And at first we thought, it's because it's the texture. So we were like, let's try like mac and cheese or like try the pasta tubes. No, same. Lasagna, the same. He just doesn't like the pasta texture.
But he does love everything. But we know the food. I know this all might change when he has progression when he gets older. But as he gets older,
it's not going to change.
We're like, he's not going to change. But the food thing, I think, will change because I do see him maybe be a bit fussy when he's older. I feel like I'm going to get that vibe.
I don't know, because at first when we were feeding broccoli recently, I was like, because he's starting to like explore food himself now. So it's gone from us like feeding him, and now he's like eating food himself, isn't he? But like we're starting to like pick his own food, and obviously no one picks vegetables. No one's gonna be like, I love my broccoli. So he'll go for everything else, and broccoli's always last. And I try to play it really cool and like try not to make a big deal out of it, but I'm side-eyeing him the whole time, like, please eat your broccoli. He does go for it and he eats it last, but there was a time, I think there was like 3 days straight where he was just not eating his broccoli.
And we were like, oh my God, it's happening.
It's happening.
Changed.
His regression.
Every other parent probably feels the same, but he has gone back to it a little bit.
But for everyone that cares, he now likes broccoli again.
So we feel very lucky because we had mentally prepared to have a child.
I'm so smug about it.
Yeah, Ryan deserves a punch in the nose because I feel like he's so annoying. When we go to play groups and stuff, these parents, like, everyone's so exhausted and we are tired too. And then you get him.
You can't say that.
They are, because
we walk into the playgroups and I'm like, crikey, everyone needs to get sleep. Everyone's so exhausted.
But we're tired too, but he's just
No,
sleeps.
we're not.
We're
tired
lucky.
because we try and balance and do everything at once.
Yeah.
We try and like be parents, but then still try and work, still try and like do social, still try and make time for like...
We're just lucky that because we had mentally prepared to have a child that would not sleep.
Yeah.
And we had prepared to be up all night, every night. And I feel like we've been so lucky. But laugh will be on us if it does change. But I'm thinking he loves his sleep too much.
And it's so funny because now I look back when he came home, I was so worried about our floor. And loads of you guys, we put it on social media and the floor was a big thing. We've got, if you didn't know, we've got like hard, like white... I don't know what they are. Like,
it's just like white tile flooring. We're not really like tiles. We're not the biggest fans of it, but it just came with the house, and I think we're going to change it next year.
Yeah, it's just so expensive.
Yeah, oh my God, flooring's so expensive.
And I think, you know what, we've just got our son, like house renovations, all that stuff.
It all needs to wait. But this flooring is white, it's slippery, it's just... Basically, it's very European style, the flooring.
And we were really worried as he was like moving around, he would slip, or he would fall, or he would roll over, or like he would hold onto a toy and the toy would go flying and he would like face plant the floor. So we had all these like scenarios in our head, but actually he does wear grippy socks.
Which help,
obviously. But I feel like he also has those like moments where he does fall, but he is quite resilient. He's not like... I don't know what's the word. He's not a crybaby.
No, because I know that like some of our friends' kids, when they have fall,
the parents they look haggard.
Yeah, the haggard parents. No, I'm just joking. The kids go into shock almost. He might be like that. I feel like it's so early days. But
we're so different because I'm so positive. I'm like, my son is perfect.
And I'm like, I just don't want to be lulled into a false sense of security because I feel like it's been too good to come true.
But like, he's really good on our flooring.
Yeah.
The only down point that we've had so far, which I feel like we're getting there now, is Roscoe.
Yeah.
Him and our dog Roscoe. It's so funny because when we brought our son home, I really thought it was going to be like a Disney movie.
Where Roscoe would come running over, lick his face.
But really softly licking his face.
Yeah, and it would just be really cute.
I thought it was carnage.
We filmed so much when he came home for his own memories, so he's got everything visually. And I feel like as a new time parent, you film absolutely what people did back in the day when they couldn't film. It's so weird. But basically, we've just filmed everything, and I feel like we could never share it because Roscoe is crazy.
And there's one clip. Maybe we should share. It's really funny. But there's one. We were on the floor. We set the camera up, and I think I had our son on my knee, or I was holding him and you were holding him, or he was in the middle of us both. And Roscoe comes in. Bear in mind, Roscoe hasn't seen us for a while.
Few days, because obviously we've been up in transition week.
And like we were in a hotel and just spending so whilst we were like full on focusing, like spending time with our son, Roscoe was at Matthew's sister's house. So when we finally got Roscoe back, he was just so excited to see us. And
then he's like, what is this little thing?
But then I remember sitting on the floor with our son and we set the tripod up, and we were like, let Roscoe just come to us naturally. And he went absolutely crazy. He was like trying to jump on our son, or jump on us actually more than our son, trying to lick him, trying to lick us.
It was horrendous.
And you know when you're angry, but you feel like you can't be angry because we were filming. I was like, I can't be angry on camera because I can't put this online. But you can see my jaw tensing. And I'm like, Roscoe, stop it. and that's actually our footage where I'm like trying to be like really like...
really loving, get the moment, and then one day he'll look back at it and we're just going to be like, it was
And there's me like pushing Roscoe to calm down, and it's like reality first, like Instagram, but then we did do it again.
Roscoe just needed to calm down because he loves kids.
Yeah.
And the thing is, kids love him, but where our little one is so small, he's just too, like, Roscoe will just knock him over if he had the chance.
Yeah.
But Roscoe's getting there, and I feel like because our little one came from a foster carer that had animals, he's so interested as well, which makes it even harder.
And he's like not necessarily like scared boy, is he? Our son.
No, I'd love to know actually, if you have brought a child home, how do you get your animal and your child to bond? Like, is it just a time thing? I feel like that's such a big thing, isn't it? Like, how do you make your animal and your child bond? Because they need bonding time too.
I feel like it's getting better.
He is definitely getting better.
We've been doing lots of like walks. And we've always said we never want to forget Roscoe is our baby as well.
Yeah, we can't forget him because a lot of people said that
it's so sad.
It's so sad. When you get your child, you hate your dog. And we're never going to feel like
Roscoe.
that. And when people have told us, we're like, what do you mean you hate your dog?
What do you mean you hate your dog? Your dog came first.
You still need to... Your dog is still your baby. I'm sorry, but I feel like your dog is part of the family. When people say that
I actually struggled to be like, can I be friends with you? I can't see it. Unless it's like a safety, vicious thing, I think there must be a way to coexist.
God, I just feel so bad for the dogs.
I could never get rid of Roscoe.
No.
But then I feel like he was never...
You know, though, don't you, deep down, if your dog's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, well, there's something more to it. But, like, he's such a good dog. I was going to say talking about dog.
Oh, God, what?
I was going to say talking about... I can't say. I was going to say talking about dog, shall we move on?
Are you okay?
Shall we move on to the family meeting?
Oh my God! Why does my family remind you of dogs?
No, that's why I stopped, because it was like people think that I'm calling you family dogs, and I'm not calling family dogs, but it's like because Roscoe...
Brian thinks my family
No,
are all dogs.
it's because Roscoe is part of our family, and I was like, what about other family members that have met our son?
So this was one thing that I think you're encouraged to spend 2 weeks, aren't you?
Yeah. Like bonding and nesting and not really seeing anyone, not really mingling. And truth be told, we didn't listen.
Because our family... I feel like as a parent what your child can handle, but we did see our family, like my mum, my dad and my sister, probably within the first couple of initial days, wasn't it? Because they were so excited. And how do you keep your family back? I think it would be different if our child was like 5 or 6 and they needed real time to...
You maybe meet them in the park.
Meet them at the park and you have that adjustment time. But
to be fair, we did speak to the foster carers. And I think we said we said this is going to probably happen. And because we spent so much time with our son by this point, I felt like we thought it was going to be fine. Like, they were coming to our house, it was on our terms.
In his new safe space.
He's got used to the house, and it felt like it was... I felt like we took the call. We took the decision as his parents, and I think it was slightly too early.
Why?
I think it was more me than anything family
else. Yeah,
I think I was still at this stage. I think I was still in the fake it to make it stage.
Yeah.
So I was playing daddy, but I felt like I should have focused a little bit more time on my connection with him.
Yeah.
Because I think he was great and he loved it, and he was loving
life.
He loves people, but I think I struggled. I don't know why. I struggle. I just really struggle. I said that straight after you. I felt like it was too soon.
I feel like we just felt overwhelmed.
Yeah, maybe it was that.
Like, I felt overwhelmed, but it was so funny because my mum especially was so desperate to be a grandparent.
But I wouldn't change it though.
Wouldn't change it.
Because the memories are such core memories, and they're so cute. There's a really, really cute photo. Oh, I'll let you say the story. Yeah, go on.
So basically, he went down for his 12:30 nap, as we all know he's a dream at napping.
Just easy breezy.
and basically our family came round and during that time, and then when we woke him from his nap, they were all there to like just greet him.
But we woke him. They all came around. We had a cup of tea, and I think we had some like crisps and cake.
And everyone was just really excited to see us.
Your mum made a rocky road and like a heart shape.
Yeah, and it also had bunny rabbit shape, which is cute.
And
we were just like eating food, chatting, catching up. But obviously the whole time they're like, "Can you wake him up? Can you wake him up?"
It was just small talk.
And then when we did wake him up to bring him down, we're coming down the stairs, and we've got it all on film because we filmed all this for our private memories. And all you can see is my mum like jump up off the sofa sofa, and she's like coming towards our like double doors downstairs. And then I can hear her saying to everyone, stand up, stand up.
He's coming, stand up.
And then my sister's just like, we're not meeting the Queen. We're not meeting the King. And you can just tell that she's just like, Mum, calm down. That was the vibe.
And no joke, your mum couldn't help. I think it was just so cute. I think because even though we've wanted to be parents for so long,
it's also, I feel like your family
a change in their lives.
Yeah, it's a change in their life. They're welcoming this boy he is their grandchild now. And on video, because I watched it back the other day, just because I was looking at it all, and Mum goes instantly to take him, and he quickly nestles into you, which I thought was such a strong bond moment. Yeah. But then 2 seconds later, she takes him, doesn't she? Yeah. And he's instantly laughing and loving life.
But your mum's so good with.
She's so good with kids. She's good with our friend Kira, who's got a little girl.
And it's so funny because I think it was only our baby shower I've ever seen your mum with young kids. I've never seen your mum with kids before, so I obviously knew she was going to be good with kids, but I think it was only when we had the baby shower I saw her holding another like kid, then I was like, oh, this is what nanny would be like. Yeah. And she was. And like I think it's something that's hard because your mum's always wanted to be a nan. So I think that in that moment I was like, oh, this really does impact everyone's life, and it's going to enrich our life, and he's going to be so loved by us, but he is so loved by every family member.
Oh God, we just feel so lucky.
And it's my favourite photo actually. It's like where your mum doesn't cry often, does she?
No.
But she, like our son kind of nestled in to her, and then your mum kind of held back her head, like laughing, but then she nearly like bit her lip because she was trying not to cry.
It was just really nice,
really cute.
And I feel like it's just memories that will like last forever for all of us.
And then he kind of then in his own time went round
one by one
to meet your dad.
It was weird because it was like we've just brought him home, and then you were like not giving him up, but because he's going around everyone, it's weird just letting everyone have a little piece.
And I think that's why I found it really hard, because I was like sat there just watching, and he was obviously fine, and everyone was loving it, and everyone was so nice, but I felt like I missed him. I don't know. I missed him. But then it was really cute because we took him back upstairs. So we had a surprise for your dad. Matthew's dad's really into football, so we changed him into
the football outfit. That was like, I thought that was really cute. I feel like Dad really loved that, and I feel like it was just nice. And I know everyone will all agree who brings a child home, but you do get worried that your family like won't care, and I don't think we ever really had that thought deep down, but it still crosses your mind, and you think, God, I hope that like it's what I think it'll be, because you see all these like TikToks and stuff of people being like, my family aren't there.
Well, welcome to my world.
Oh, darling.
Well, my blood family didn't care. I don't want to say don't care because I don't know now, but didn't care. When we first got our son, there was like no care at all. So I think like when you were talking, I was like, oh my God, that's literally my family.
But do you not feel like that also added to your feeling of, I suppose it's like the post-adoption depression almost, because
I thought it was so stupid because I thought it was going to change my family's perspective, and I thought my family would then show up. You know, you always hear it sometimes, don't you? When like, oh, let's say my ex-wife said, wasn't a very good dad, but then they become a grandparent, and then they become the best grandparent ever because they've realised family's really important. They want to make a change. They're ready to step up. And I kind of thought that was going to happen with my family. I thought everyone would step up and be there for our son and be there for us. And it's quite comical because it was just like in my head, it was like a fairy tale that never came true.
Yeah, but darling, I feel like that's normal.
What, to have a really bad family?
No, but when you do have a bad family, like you're always going to be. It's like when
it's an empty void. I feel like it's really hard to explain. I think if you've haven't got a close family, I think that void's always there. Because I always look at our son, I'm like, oh, like certain family members in my family have missed out so much with him. None of my actual blood family have met our son yet.
And there's no plans to either.
There's no plans. And it was only when I shared his name and photos, it was me that was like, oh, this is like your grandson. His name is, these are photos. This happened. And then, but it was always on me. And I think it got to the point where it's like, well, what is the point? So, but then I'm really good. Then I look at your family. I'm really grateful that like they really all of them stepped up. And
I feel like
good.
I know I say it all the time. You're going to be like, bleh, but it just makes you such a good dad because you're so aware of how not to be.
Bleh.
But it does though.
No, I know. I'm glad I know, and I know you can't choose family. And I mean, we've said it online. And I think it's so nice we can have these conversations and see the comments because I know that everyone has said similar things. Like family blood isn't what creates a family,
and it's really not.
And it's
so weird.
Really
my perspective has changed so much the last year and a half. It's insane. And I feel like the one thing that I didn't take for granted, what all of you have all said to us. But everyone said to us, when your child comes home, it'll go in a blink of an eye and they'll get so big. He's literally.
We used to roll our eyes.
We used to be like, oh, it's not going to be like that at all.
Dramatic.
He hasn't been home that long. And basically, when we went to pick him up from the foster carer, when we first ever met our son, he was basically starting to crawl. Yeah. And then because there was...
No, he couldn't crawl.
No, but he was just starting, because he was doing that rolling thing, wasn't he? Like, like the rolling on his back. And he was getting... And then it was such a wait in between him coming home from when we first met him.
He developed so much in that time.
Like, he literally developed overnight. It was ridiculous. And he started to pull himself up and he was already crawling. And I feel like we didn't feel like we missed out because we were there virtually and stuff because the foster care sent us everything. But I was not anticipating him to be able to use a walker so quickly.
Oh my God, so quick.
And I feel
he's like skipped so many stages. Oh, they've merged.
It's just happened really quick. And I get panicky because I look back and I'm like, oh my God, it's literally been the tiniest amount of time and it's happened so quick.
Or like he wasn't really vocal the first few times we met him, and now he's vocal.
He's just really loud.
He's
I feel like it doesn't...
bubbly, and
we don't help that because we're loud. I feel like we're going to be a loud, fun family.
But it's like he just wakes up one day and he's like learnt something new, or
it's so weird.
Like, or we'll say like his elephant or his dummy. He'll now know what his dummy is, and or
obviously
his elephant.
We've just introduced him to Pokemon.
We've taught our son the most important things in life that any person needs to know to survive in today's life, which is who is Mickey Mouse,
who is Pikachu,
Tick,
and who is Gengar,
which is another Pokemon, Tick.
And I don't know why we've chosen Gengar. For anyone that knows Pokemon, for some reason our son loves Gengar.
We have a pop-up book and it's got all different Pokemon and like he opens like the flaps. We'll open the flaps with him and then we'll say the Pokemon and there is like Gengar there. And every time he'll open up the purple flap and it's Gengar,
we go Gengar,
and then we tickle him,
and he loves it. Oh, it's just so
but it's so cute. Because now he'll start reacting to like when you say like Pikachu or like Mickey Mouse,
and it's been he's like so clever. It's so
smart.
Oh my God, I'm definitely being one of those parents that like our son's just so clever. He's just so clever,
so smart, but it all just happens so quick. It's like every day they do. The brain is braining.
Yeah.
It's like he's developing so quick.
And it's so weird because I just feel like before I became a parent, like, for example, he doesn't have a tablet or an iPad or anything, but I would never judge other parents. But, when you'd go out and you'd see every kid just on their iPad and the parents are eating their dinner, I used to be like, oh... I've been
really lucky because it's two of us. Go out for dinner.
But I used to be like, oh, it seems really sad because it's like they're not talking. But now I just feel like I just appreciate how hard it is.
Yeah.
And I appreciate... Even, oh my God, snotty noses. I used to always be like, oh God, why won't they wipe the kid's nose?
It never ends.
If you cannot wipe their nose. So I just appreciate everything that parents go through, especially now I'm one.
And we have TV on that. We're not like a non-TV household.
Would you like to say our current favourite programme?
Oh, this stupid fly.
It's like an annoying gnat.
It's like a little gnat. We've got like a little gnat to join the party. Not invited. But we've got a few.
But what's the best one at the moment on the boat?
Oh, do you think it's that?
I think so.
Okay, so we're trying to be really retro and vintage.
We're retro and vintage. We are watching
Rosie and Jim.
Rosie and Jim.
So if you don't know what that is, please can you Google Rosie and Jim?
It's like a 90s show of like these two... Are they puppets, would you say?
Puppets. I watched it growing up.
It's so good.
It's so good. And it's very like slow. It's not jarring.
Because I think a lot of the programs now are like so
quick pace.
I feel like content in general was quick pace, isn't it? And I feel like this is so slow and chill, and he enjoys it. And Mum says that we have a Rosie and Jim in the loft.
But they're like 60 quid on Vinted.
Yeah, we looked for them to see if we get like 2 Rosie and Jim dolls. They're so expensive.
But you know what happened? We would buy one, and he would just be like,
he wouldn't care.
What's that? What do you want me to do with that?
I selfishly want one. That would be...
They're so expensive. I'm not spending £60 on a puppet. Oh, one thing I'm loving at the moment is going to the play groups.
Yeah, I must admit, I feel like we're in an episode of Motherland.
And I want to be Amanda. That's my pivotal moment in my life, is to be Amanda at the school gates.
Oh, because she's so likeable.
She's got her own TV show. What are you chatting? She's so likeable. Amanda's so likeable. And you could be my Anne.
No. Basically, I just feel like playgroups are amazing. And I feel like going in as a same-sex couple, there's two of us with two guys. Normally, without being stereotypical, it's just women at these playgroups. That's what we found.
I'm not even saying I've yet to see.
I've seen no men.
I've seen probably like 5 men.
And it's so bizarre because I feel like people look at us and they're like, there's 2 dads. There's 2 dads.
It's just like, I feel like it's still like really rare. I think that you don't meet same-sex couples with kids that often. It's still like a small majority of groups.
But everyone's so nice.
Yeah, I mean, we're really, really worried walking into some of these groups.
Like dying inside thinking, oh my God, I didn't want to talk to anyone. I want to just keep my head down and be with him. And...
Or someone will be like, where's the mum? Or
oh my God,
the
can
dad?
you imagine? We haven't had that, thank God.
But everyone's been so respectful. Everyone's really... There are some really nosy Nellies that ask a lot of questions and we shut it down.
Yeah, we do. We're very good at diverting the convo, I feel like, with something. Because a lot of people will ask, oh, is he both of yours? And they're asking, is he adopted or surrogate?
Yeah.
Or you can just tell.
And I'm like, mind your business.
We're just like, yeah, we're his daddies. And we just like move on to something else because I don't want to like talk about
none of your
things like that.
business.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's just none of your business. And some people mean it nice, and I feel like you can judge it, can't you? You could judge it when someone's just like, and you're like, oh, you can shut it down really nicely. But there has been times where you're just like
a bit nosy. I think it's time
for question.
Dummy confession.
Oh my God, we're going to throw them both in.
Right, I feel like we need to do listener question earlier.
Okay, listener question. So this is the one I've got. This is the listener question.
This is Ryan's part of the podcast, and please, please, please answer this listener question in the comments or just wherever.
Where else you answering it?
I don't know, darling.
Comments. So if you listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, drop it a comment. If you're on YouTube,
leave it in the comments.
Leave a comment. So, listener question of the week: best piece of advice you could give a new parent.
And we genuinely need this, so please just leave any advice. It can be 1 sentence, 2 sentences, a paragraph. Dummy Confessions is my segment of the podcast where we want your embarrassing, funny stories, and we are always going to keep it anonymous. But if you can DM us on Instagram,
slide into our DMs
at Daddies Overnight, please leave a Dummy's confession. We've had genuinely, when we did this on the first couple of weeks of the podcast, we've got so many. So please keep sending them in because the more the merrier, to be honest.
Okay, I'm really excited for this one. I hope you've got a good one.
So I'm not going to say your name, obviously, because we keep the whole thing anonymous, but I'm just going to read this out, okay? This is a dummy confession.
Right. Poker face.
I was home with my 2-year-old. We had a lovely day of tantrums and cuddles.
Lovely. Sounds like a brilliant. Can't relate.
No, darling. Oh my God. Do you know we're giving ourselves karma? We're going to have the worst.
No, I'm joking. I'm
okay. Right, and then later got him down for a nap. I asked my 12-year-old to wake him before it turned into a danger nap, which I'm guessing means
we've had that.
What does danger nap mean?
I think it's when like we've woke him up after 4 and he doesn't want to go down, and we've had those moments where like he's woken up at 4 in the morning.
So we hope that's what you mean by danger nap.
That's what we're assuming what it is.
So the 12-year-old basically had to go and wake up the 2-year-old so it didn't turn into a danger nap. He ran back pale and said, "Mum, I can't, you need to do it." Thinking he was being dramatic, I went upstairs expecting a smelly nappy, but instead found my toddler standing in his cot, half naked, a nappy on the floor, and poop everywhere. We always bring poo into this podcast. On his hands, face, hair, nails, all over the bars of the cot. He also created a full handprint mural, a true Pablo Poop Picasso. Thankfully, none in the mouth. Can you imagine?
Well, how do you know it's not in the mouth? He might have swallowed it.
Because she's saying there was none in his mouth. Oh my God, I've just said she. But it doesn't matter because that didn't give your identity away. Lesson learned, toddlers make no sense and always expect the unexpected. We've got it to come.
The bit that really got me was under the nails. That's the bit that got me. I've seen a few people. That stupid fly.
Right, we need to ignore the fly.
Sorry, there's been a few times where people have said they've like walked in, there's been poo smeared on the wall. That I mean, you've all seen, or you might have not seen, but we've just done the really amazing wallpaper.
Oh my God, can you imagine if he gets poo on the wallpaper?
Well, stripping it off, that wallpaper would be gone.
That's definitely not washable wallpaper.
Absolutely not. Like, and also where his cot is, it's literally the wallpaper wall.
It's touchable.
Yeah, so he could put his pooey hands on that wallpaper.
But I feel like because he's in this sleeping bag thing, like all young ones are, I feel like unless if he knows how to unzip that, we're fine. But that was a good dummy's confession.
Yeah, but they said their boy was 2.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
He probably once he turns 2, I'm assuming. Would he still be in a sleeping bag?
I don't know.
Or did they have a duvet?
I think they go up to 18 to 24 months. I've seen those sizes.
We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out.
We've got time.
But we will actually die if we have a poo.
I killed the fly.
A poo. Did you enjoy that dummy's confession, my darling?
Yeah, sorry. That was great. I really hope you enjoy your pooey room. My moral of that story, my advice for you is...
just shut the door and don't go back in.
Yeah, I would say not today and do it again another day. I think I would be calling you in that situation.
Yeah, I would be the one cleaning that up. But thank you so much
Thank
for sending in the dummy confession. I can't believe we've had I just love it. Like, this is my favourite bit of the podcast. Are going to leave it there. I feel like we've caught everyone up on how it's been so far.
Yeah.
And we're very... I know, right, I'm not wishing this week away, but it's Christmas next week. And the Christmas episode of the podcast is going to be the best one of the year. I'm just so...
Crikey, you're not think Bring Our Son Home was a good one.
That was pretty good. But it's Christmas.
But the only thing I didn't say was the overwhelming. I know Christmas is around the corner, and I think I saw someone in a little today, and we were talking about like family traditions, and obviously we're trying to make all these memories with our
We've got
son,
so much
because we're trying to like make all these cute memories, get like handprints, but oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming to try and do it all. Like, we need photos of him touching the star on the tree.
So we can do it next year and then have a transition. Right, we feel overwhelmed, and I feel like if you have any easy traditions, can you just DM us on Instagram?
I don't know, I don't want them.
Yeah, I do, because I want the easy. I feel like we're putting so much pressure.
I'm over it.
We're going to unpack it next week, because we're actually going to... I'm just going to say where we're going.
Okay, go then.
We're going to Lapland, UK, this weekend, and we are also doing...
So if you see us there, say hello.
And we're also doing like a Santa meet and greet thing towards the end of the week. So we're basically throwing our son into Christmas, and we're here for it, and we can't wait to share everything next week, because next week's episode is like 3 days before Christmas. So this will be all Christmassy and all nice. So please...
You'll just see some tinsel.
No, we're going to be... I feel like we should... But I'm not going to spoil what we're doing.
I just think like he's also too young to know Santa Claus, but I think it's more for us. I'm just so excited for our first Christmas as a family.
But please make sure you like, rate, subscribe. Right, rating the podcast really helps us out. So please. My legs are like shaking. So I'm like, please, Amber, can you just like and subscribe and rate? And
thank you so much for all the constant love.
So one cuddle at a time.
Matthew told me to say one memory at a time.
And maybe a little bit of sleep if we're lucky.
We're actually getting loads of sleep.
I would unsubscribe. I'd be so fuming listening to you. Don't worry.
I don't even care, because I deserve a little bit of good luck. I'm gonna revel in how I'm gonna take it as I can. Anyone would.
But I'll do it. All this will be for you guys. When he does eventually wake up lots throughout the night, I'll make sure Ryan goes in first.
No, we have had those moments.
Yeah, we have had those. We've had some.
We've had some sleepless nights, but not obviously that many.
But we're just gonna send lots of good love, and we will see you next week for our Christmas episode.
Love you guys, and see you next week. Bye
guys. If you enjoyed this episode of Daddies Overnight, don't forget to leave a rating and to hit follow.